7 days remain.
1 week left. It's kind of surreal that I'm getting this close to the end of Metaphor. And we're over 600,000! So last time, we ranked up Basilio to 7, and we defeated our first of the Trials of the Dragon, the one that I consider the hardest. So, today... Okay, yeah, it says it's locked, but actually it means we just have to go and do a Brother's Mercy. Speak to Basilio in town during the day. I think that is what I will be going for. And for this one, you'll want to make sure that Will and Basilio are very prepared. And to be honest, I kind of want to just go full-on Berserker bros here. Oh, and Berserker Will has 99 strength too.
If you would protect, sometimes you must destroy.
I feel like the Overlord Sash is a bit too overpowered at this point. I think I'll just go Utilitarian Manual. And Basilio will also take Utilitarian's Manual. Okay, we're using the Cardinal Dragon Radiant. +5 strength, +5 magic, and nullifies fire. Be careful with that, because the next dragon we'll be fighting doesn't like you using it.
Hey.
You need rank 5 Eloquence for this. So, yeah, the thing we need rank 5 Eloquence for is telling Basilio, nope, your friend is too far gone, we have to put him down. Yeah. That is dark. Yeah. Let's go. This whole bond's been very Brylehaven-centric, interestingly.
Vinka! Basilio.
Yeah.
Oh, we are allowed to bring other people? Huh, I didn't realize that. I just feel, this just feels right going in with just these two. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It hurts! It hurts! It hurts! It hurts! Vinka! It's me! It's Basilio! You know me? Can you hear me? Who are you? Don't know you. I hate you! It hurts! I'll kill you! Vinka! I'm sorry. I'll make the pain go away. I promise I'll save you.
Can't even look. Let's end this, quick.
Serial killer Vinka. At this point, he's not really a serial killer by choice. I think I'm gonna just go charge on both of us.
I'll kill anyone in my way.
Vinka is essentially just a berserker. He has similar resistances and he fights the same way.
To the front.
Which means he is resistant to a lot of physical attacks, but this will ignore enemy resistances, so let's go.
I feel nothing. I will forward.
Sorry about this, but it has to be done.
I'll break you.
Using berserkers will let you resist pretty much everything he can do.
To the rear. To the rear guard. We're looking good here.
Well, here I could actually use a pass to go in and hit him with Windbreaker to lower his defense. That might be helpful going forward. I'll probably need to heal soon, but I have plenty of items.
Nice one, Captain.
Okay, good dodge there. Let's just head in and deal our big damage. Get a second stack of defense drops on. I don't think I even need to charge. One more turn should finish this.
Basilio? It hurts. It hurts real bad. Help me! Feel the pain. Feel the suffering!
So, I think that was an attempt to inflict daze, but it didn't work. No, Basilio has to finish this. I'm not finishing this with Will. It has to be Basilio. And that Murderer's Axe is sadly something that I like using on Basilio for most of the rest of this game. I remember it being quite strong, but it's also thematically fitting.
I shall rise to the occasion. Vinka, I'm sorry. You really have gotten strong, Basilio. No more hiding behind old Fidelio, eh? Basilio, truth is, all I wanted was to laugh and live with our people in peace. If I could have just gotten out of that damn city and been with me own, I'd never have asked for anything else. Tell me, why? Why did they have to die? People like us. Are we not allowed to hope for better? Of course we are. I saw them in my dreams, you know. Spent all my wakeless hours with them. Good food, good company, good laughs. The kind that makes you gut hurt. But eventually, I'd wake up alone, and I'd wonder, maybe it'd have been better to die among mates than live like this. And that's why, when I saw you were alive, Basilio, I felt joy like you couldn't imagine. I felt it too, lad. It hit me too. I was so happy to see you here. Bloody hell. I'll never live this down. Good thing Fidelio can't see me now, or he'd beat the shite out of me. Tell me not to show my mingy face round you again. Yeah, that sounds like Ardell. Vinka! Shame, eh? Managed to find each other again. Just too late. Couldn't go on unless I found something to blame. Glad it was you who came to stop me. Hell. If I'd had you sticking by, maybe things had been different. Even that damned sunrise would be just the end of another stupid story round some flagons. But you're a legend, Vinka. You're our pride. You fought the world this far all on your own. So don't worry. I'll take care of the rest, yeah? Right. It's a promise, then. I swear to you, Vinka. And to Del. I'll handle it. Thanks, mate. Vinka? This was the best we could do for him. Right?
He smiled for you, didn't he?
Glad I got to see it. One last time. You saw that smile, yeah? Like he was trusting everything to us. From the bottom of his heart. Aye. I'm gonna get stronger. One day, I'll even pass Del. You watch me, Vinka. I swear I will.
Thank you. All right.
There's nothing more I could really say there.
You know, I've not been hearing about those killings anymore.
They catch the killer, you suppose? Must have been a real monster behind it all.
No, he wasn't. Vinker was... Sorry. Let's go. Vinker, you weren't a monster. I could tell as soon as I saw him again. He must have been hurting a lot worse than me. But he still gave me those herbs. No hesitation.
He was a man worthy of your respect.
Yeah. At least we know that now. He was a true warrior, fighting on and carrying everyone in his heart. He and Ardell, they had that in common. Honestly, part of me kind of decided that if I could save Vinker, then I could get over losing Dell. Them two weren't that different. Always worrying about our brothers and sisters more than themselves, like. And trying to sort everything out on their own, rushing into their own problems head on. That's them too. Ever since I was a kid, my brother's always been the one pulling me along. Scary as hell making your own path in life, especially if you got something you want to protect. But it's not about the fear. I'm excited to make my own future, see how it all turns out. It makes me wonder if Dell and Lady Rella felt like this. Look, Cap. I want to make a better world than the one they left me. I'm gonna build a future that's got room for our joys, where everyone's got a reason to smile. That's me new dream.
We'll definitely make that dream come true.
Yeah. One day, I'll be powerful enough to change the world. I know it. If this mess with Vinker taught me anything, it's that I've still got a lot of growing up to do. So, from here on, I'm gonna stake everything on my own willpower. Time was, I'd all but given up on the future. But now, I feel like we can make a world worth fighting for. For that world. For your aims. I'll lay down my life if I have to. I swear it, as Basilio Magnus of the Brothers Magnus.
The ardent champion, Basilio, keeper and heritor of the Berserker's virtues, by the grace of his newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
I'm gonna carry all their hopes now, I swear it. Anyhow, tonight, let's dance till daybreak. Hey! What's the matter? Vinker's funeral, eh? And a funeral means singing, dancing, proper knees up, right?
Yeah, we did hear this about Paripus traditions.
What's that look for? Don't tell me that's only us Paripus what do that.
This is a real tradition in a lot of cultures. It's often called a wake.
Well, who cares? Gotta send Vinker off with a smile anyhow. Let's get the whole gang together. Give everyone a night to remember. Right, I better start figuring out the feast. Gonna have to cook loads, what with all of our friends, and I'm definitely making me and Dell's favourites. Dell never got a proper send-off either, come to think. So let's drink, eat, and dance this part all through the night.
I love Will's genuine smile there. Yes, apparently all people of the Paripus tribe support us thanks to Basilio. But I mean, you know, Basilio is just that awesome. now that I've done the arena, though, there's really nothing much I have left to do at night, which means I guess I could go and hear the next part of that story that I said I wasn't going to hear. Actually, it was about a Paripus. Oh, it's Idol's Day. Wait, can we still use the toilet at night? Please tell me I didn't miss this. Sorry, I was too caught up in absolute peak character and peak fiction to remember the Idol's Day toilet, but yeah, this should be one of the last times we can do this, if not the last. Even though it's a bargain day, I really don't know what else I can buy. Most of the best weapons at this point are things that we've already found in the Skybound Avatar or will be getting as a result of the Trail of the Dragon or the final dungeon. So yeah, there's really not much that I want to buy. I mean, perhaps like more revival items and healing items, maybe?
Right.
Okay, you know, on that note... Oh, right, they're selling this now. I should note, apparently these boosts do not carry over to New Game Plus. But yeah, I'm just gonna make sure that I never run out of these for the rest of the game. And even for New Game Plus. Let's make it an even 40 on each. Oh, right, I said I was gonna buy that Mega Dollar on Igniter just to flex, but I'd rather have more of these. 40 Balms of Life, why not? Oh, right, this is what that Jade Gem from the Arena enhances to. Yeah, this is actually really, really good if you're actually using a Soul Hacker, like, for major damage dealing. It's also nice for Prince's Wind Synthesis skill. It's also better than Dragon's Fall, but Dragon's Fall does more damage to dragons and also has +5 strength. I could see operas, but no, I want to see if I can hear... This second session might be the end of this story. Because we were on a cliffhanger last time. This time I'll actually probably pay attention. I do want to talk a little bit, though, about Basilio. Because I came to a realization recently. I think Basilio is a nearly perfect character. Basilio is likable, he is relatable, he has a good voice, he's got great comedy moments, he has great, like, hell yeah moments, he has great sad moments. Basilio is basically a perfect character.
However... What do you think?
Oh, that's interesting. It's not every day that a fairy forms such a deep connection with someone. Gallica probably takes offense to that. Yeah, it is interesting, though, from Gallica's perspective, because, yeah, she's gonna outlive us. She's gonna outlive the entire party, most likely. But at least we got to hear the end of that story. It's also kind of good to know that this kingdom has a story about a Paripus that isn't horribly discriminatory, but, like, also she dies at the end, and maybe that's, like, the... I don't know, that maybe that's potentially similar to the whole thing of, like, you know, there was an era where a lot of shows had a lot of decent queer representation, but it also killed them off, and that made people angry. Maybe that's kind of similar.
I'll be fine.
Woke up this morning, suddenly realized we're all in this together. That's always kind of weird to me. It's like, wait, you're only just now realizing that?
Alright.
Why did you suddenly realize that just one day? But okay then. Today, we are going to be going for another one of the Trials of the Dragon. I know that joke's probably got old at this point. And I have already bought the informant info on this one. I was originally going to do this first, but then the weather was dumb, and I had to do the other one first if I wanted to save on Almighty Golden Stew. So let's do Trial of the Dragon and Mad Mischief. And I will splice in the footage of the informant info now.
I'll do it.
Want in on this?
Well, yes, this sounds like it's not actually just a legend. It is real concrete info. Enormous beast. It takes any attempt to ward against its attacks as an affront. So this is your classic SMT super boss where you don't want to use any repels, drains, or nulls. So no Makarakan, no Tetrakan, None of even the knight skills that block
Come
attacks.
again anytime.
Like Protect Guard and Magic Guard. And no equipment that nulls, absorbs, or repels fire.
Do it.
But then...
Okay, I have to use Basilio for this one. I don't think I'll be getting his royal archetype in this video because I want to, like, let him level the archetypes naturally instead of just force-fitting him a bunch of my hero's jeweled roots just to get it.
Great. Let's move out.
So, here we go. There really isn't much me to do on the runner, except for maybe go for some more tail. Or, you know, I could pray at the shrine, because Yufa. Or I could just spend time with Yufa. Don't have enough golden shrooms for that. I have more than enough of these for the last Trial of the Dragon. I could make more Almighty Golden Stew. Those are really useful, I have enough of them. Oh, Curse Love. Oh, right. Right. Oh, it's really only Briny Salt that's holding me back on that one.
Okay, so
Because, yeah, the ingredients for this, I believe you can just buy them all now. And a lot of speedruns like to make 99 of those to farm mag off of certain enemies. But, yeah, let's go for the altar. If I pray here, allies' max MP will increase. Time to pray! And of course we're praying for Yufa, why wouldn't we? I pray that we will receive the blessing of the Dragon God, which means that you will hit harder when Yufa summons you, and that your possible siblings go easy on us.
The party descent is
Is the decision to pursue this beast bravery or something else entirely? Well, sometimes it's something else entirely, but this time it's going to be bravery because I'm feeling pretty confident about this one, which means it's probably going to be a complete disaster. We'll see. Because the Poison Dragon went way too smoothly. There's got to be some kind of universal balance there. Because there actually is another thing that I love actually calls people. Is that the one time somebody's used the term dork this whole game? Because dork is kind of an anachronistic term for Uchronia. I was saying that there's another thing that I want to talk about regarding Basilio, but I want to save that because I believe he doesn't reveal that until the final day conversation.
now then.
However,
True.
Maybe, yeah. So we're finally doing, like, chasing down a legend from the time of the first king of Uchronia. We're taking out the dragon. But yeah, this conversation will play for whichever of the towers you visit second.
Oh, well. Leave it to us.
And remember the informant info. This one gets mad if you null anything, and that includes equipment, but I'll be changing that up once I get closer to the top. Yeah, he still has a little bit to go in Destroyer and Martial Artist. So like the last tower, there really isn't anything that much that's particularly new here, although if you didn't get the gold beetles in these towers the first time, now's your chance to do that. At least we get a little bit of dialogue as we're climbing. Ah, finally I can field kill you guys. No exploding for you today. Unfortunately, still can't field kill the skeletons. These skeletons are a huge pain, and I believe the Faith Whites are going to show up in some of these towers too. Ah, yeah, finally, I can field kill these. So, yeah, let's use up one of the hero's jeweled roots, and then switch to Thief, and hopefully get ourselves another one. We did not. Oh, they can follow me through the doors the way the goblins did earlier in the playthrough.
We made short work of them.
Look alive.
Oh, these things were actually kind of rough for me earlier on in the game, but I can take them out easily now.
We'll hold our ground.
That dog stunned me enough for... The dog's hit stun was enough for this thing to hit me. But thank you, dodgering.
Let us withdraw.
And even though Heismay has anxiety, he still ran. And then, to be fair, anxiety makes it easier for you to run. That is, like, the thing that I've seen in a lot of videos talking about anxiety, is that, like, it's actually an evolutionary adaptation. It's meant so that we survive in life or death situations. The problem is that in modern times, it triggers over situations that aren't life-threatening, like schoolwork or jobs. Another one of these here, but no real need to fight it.
Say,
Ready?
And here we are. This one's actually a little more annoying if you fight it second or third, because you'll have more anti-fire equipment to remove. Alright, yeah, here's the Murderer's Axe. Normal attacks and inflict hex. I'll keep Edge of Calamity for now. I'm a little concerned whether this is actually going to count as something... Although the guidebook does list everything, it's pretty much just the split shoes, the flame seal corselet, and the other dragon armors, so Yggdrasil Crown's probably fine. So this boss only repels fire, everything else is totally fine. So I'm going to be going all in on a physical party here, and because we can't null anything, the best defense here is going to be dodge tanking with Heismay. And Heismay will also serve as my buff user, although Stroll can also do that. I would kind of like to have you for Masquerade Charge, but I have food for that. Don't really want to use all of it, but I do like this party setup quite a lot, and Juna was already the star of the previous battle. So, here we go. It's time for Dragon number 2. As I said, this is the most generic of the dragons. In fact, it looks exactly the same as the one we fought back in the mines at the start of the game.
As I thought.
It may even be the same one, because we didn't actually kill that. Because, like, I don't know, why else would they use the same model? Every other dragon in this game looks completely unique. Okay, no, Stroll just said that it's bigger, right, so it's not actually the same one. Maybe it does look a bit different.
Impressive.
I'll have to go back into my footage and compare them. You are the first to have said of the two towers. Well, yeah, we're going, more on Lord of the Rings. I mean, this game never actually references Lord of the Rings, but given that almost every single modern medieval fantasy is influenced by Lord of the Rings in some way, it is probably subtly influenced by Lord of the Rings. Like, Will is a very Aragorn type of character. He's very much a rightful king returns trope. Even though some may find that a little bit iffy with the democracy themes of this game, like, I do feel like it's kind of a thing, like an old trope that maybe hasn't aged super well.
Get him quick!
Yeah.
But it is a trope of classic fantasy, and that's another reason why I think that Will works, like, the twist with Will works.
It's even more threatening up close! Even if it's scary, we have to fight!
I love how, like, every one of these dragons seems like they have, like, a perfect thumbnail shot. I guess they must have known that content creators would make videos of these fights. So this is the Devourer of Nations. Again, anything except fire is fine. On even number turns, it attacks with fire and ice magic, and on odd number turns, it attacks with physical strikes. So, let's see. Let's try Formation of Vigor first. Oh yeah, and I automatically have, like, rank 3 agility because of that passive skill. Okay, so you hop back. You know what? I'm gonna use Hero's Cry just to make sure that I get all my setup in, and Heismay can start going for the Knight's Proclamation. I hope that I inherited Knight's Proclamation to him. I mean, a lot of these things attacks are AoE anyway. Okay, you'll charge yourself too. Old Baz will go back and also charge himself. And let's have Heismay go for... Yes, he does have Knight's Proclamation. So, Shelter Formation activates. You can buff and debuff all you want in this fight, unlike the previous one. However, also unlike the previous one, Katharina is not available for this one. So, we have to take down all of its HP the hard way. Why not go for a Peerless Stonecleaver? Yeah, well, that's good damage. As much as I want to smack you with Basilio, I want to go for my Knight's Proclamation strats here. Again, this thing might just use an AoE attack. But I'd like to try and rob it of its turns using Highest May. Yeah, all of them like to spam Great Dragon's Wrath to give themselves the maximum amount of attack. And yeah, there we go. Dodge Tank Highest May coming in clutch. So let's hit you with another Smashing Salvo for even bigger defense drop. I feel like I haven't actually used Stroll for like damage dealing as much as I should have. Now, that kind of happens in the end game. Usually Basilio kind of becomes my main damage dealer over Stroll, but then Stroll picks things up later. Actually, I could start with the Wanton Destruction to get some weakness spam in. So let's go Wanton Destruction. Okay, so it's now down to half, and once again, you've got to go for Knight's Proclamation. So it should be using... Yeah, it's an even number of turns, so it's using magic. But Highest May dodge, so there go all of its turns. So yeah, this fight's going to be perfect example of how Royal Thief works. In other words, very, very, very well. We're going to be losing our buff soon, but I can get another Peerless Stonecleaver in before we do.
Please allow me.
Please allow me to facilitate this thing's painful demise, and I think this might actually be over. Go physical attackers. Yeah, it's over. Really is a showing of just how far we've come at the end of this game. These fights are way harder if you do them at the start of this deadline, which you can. There's nothing stopping you from doing these as literally the first thing you do when the sky turns red. And it becomes a lot harder there. Okay, at this point, I don't think I need to pump strength anymore. I'll probably put the rest of my point into luck for the rest of the game, because I don't really have access to the toilet anymore. But yeah, these are easier if they're done now. But it is a huge showing of just the builds that I've made. I do like how I got to show off Highest May dodge taking strats there.
Impressive.
Yeah, Muscle was right. It was the Basilio and Stroll show. And now we get the second Dragon Radiance. Cardinal Dragon Robe, and this is why I feel like the game kind of expects you to get these before the... I feel like the game expects you to do the Spire of Blind Faith Dragon last. Because the more of these Fire Null equipment you get before that fight, the easier that fight becomes. And I believe this actually was the one that I did last my first playthrough, so, like, I was like, oh, right, you were probably supposed to fight the Devourer of Flames last because you're getting equipment that nulls fire. I think I actually fought the Devourer of Flames first on my first playthrough, and that's because I knew the silly trick, and I will be showing off the silly trick. Though I almost kind of feel like I want to do a second take of the fight just to not show the silly trick, because everybody online shows the silly trick with this fight.
Do not make me wait.
Don't worry, I'm only going to be making you wait one night.
True.
You must press on, and on, and on.
Well then.
Though I do want to check this place again to see if that Mimic respawns. I doubt that it does, but if it does respawn and you're able to field kill it at this point, well, here's your second farming place for Heroes Jeweled Roots. Oh. Oh! I can field kill the skeletons now! I'm going to enjoy this. It does not seem to respawn. That makes sense.
I see the enemy.
You know, I may have only needed one Emperor Mask. This is a weird place to do this, but... Swordmaster. Samurai. I do need another Emperor. Mend. One more Emperor Mask, and I have them all. Cap. So let's go back to town. It's interesting how, like, the purple hinges and the green doors reminds me of the Poison Dragon, but that was not the Poison Dragon. That was the generic dragon, or I guess the Dragon Dragon. So we fought the Poison Dragon, the Dragon Dragon, and next one is gonna be the Fire Dragon. And this is why you got given a whole bunch of anti-dragon equipment. Or rather, anti-fire equipment. Because with those, this fight gets kinda easy. but it gets even easier if you use the silly trick.
Feeling worn out.
So, tomorrow, we do the silly trick.
5 days remain. Here you are.
Scotsman support! What do you think if you knew we were fighting a bunch of dragons in a row?
Okay?
Right.
Oh, damn it. I just looked up. Yesterday, this guy sold Emperor masks, and the next Flames Day is the final battle day. I don't want to have to reload a save from before I fought both those dragons. I might be able to work in a dungeon visit where I go somewhere that drops Emperor masks. Oh, actually, the enemy that drops Emperor masks is in a dungeon that I will be going to for the Trials of the Dragon anyway. Perfect. It also shows up in the final dungeon. A lot of the masks are dropped by final dungeon enemies, but before we go, I'm gonna go and check the guidebook and give you a list of all the masks that are not in the final dungeon. Because I'm pretty sure there are like 1 or 2 of them that aren't. So it's important to buy those from the wary shopkeeper before you go to the point of no return. Right, before we fly out here, I need to speak to Adeni because the Tower of the Spire of Blind Faith always has bad weather.
Come again anytime.
Well, yeah, there will almost certainly be a dragon gracing us with its presence, but we're gonna grace it with our presence! Our most glorious presence in its face.
What to pick?
In fact, we're gonna grace it with its own presence, if you know what I mean, because we're gonna show it a lot of mirrors. So yeah, if you haven't already, cook some adamantine honey cakes. I think I'll make some critical meatballs.
What?
I was about to say, we're gonna finally use the bath cask, but no, the weather is bad, we're not allowed to do that. I guess we can finally see if we can defeat Holgerberg at a children's chess game. Oh, if you keep playing, I want to see if you eventually do win if you keep playing this.
Yes.
In the span of one turn, I suddenly find myself cornered, a feeling that dragon will soon experience.
What should we do?
Yeah, balance offense and defense is the best answer here. It's an easy thing to say, but there aren't a lot of games where I feel like that's effective. Like, often you generally either go full offense or full defense. I've been playing a bit of Pokemon, what's it, Masters, Pokemon Champions lately. I need to get better at competitive Pokemon. I mean, to be fair, I only have access to 8th gen games, so I don't really have access to a lot of the current meta Pokemon. But here we arrive in Tower number 3.
Hey.
Yeah, exactly. Why don't we do that? I mean, yeah, granted, Neuros probably doesn't want his prize invention to get smashed by a dragon. You know, I kind of just realized I haven't actually done a Monster of the Day on dragons. And most of this will be entirely improv, because I didn't really prepare anything on this, but I can try and quickly look into what was like the earliest recorded dragon in fiction. They seem to have been in Mesopotamian mythology. And then we had the dragons of Asia, which were typically benevolent creatures and more serpentine. And then it was later that we got the more medieval dragons that walk on all fours and also have wings.
Now then.
And those ones tend to be more malevolent and often have a thing about hoarding treasure and...
Do not make me wait.
There's a whole video by Overlord Sarcastic Productions on dragons that talks about how she theorizes that the dragon started kidnapping damsels when just slaying a dragon and taking its treasure ceased being a heroic motive for knights to fight dragons. Yes, we're trembling with excitement and anticipation. But if we're a Pokemon, that also means bad, because it means we have the anticipation ability and we're detecting a 1-hit KO move or a weakness. But yeah, once again, the actual climb up the tower shouldn't be too bad, especially since we can field kill the Malmortar. I'm really hoping there's a Faith White in here, because if there is, I can field kill it, and that'll be really funny. I do so enjoy stairs. Just reminds me of the Final Fantasy VII stair climbing scenes. So there are cockatrices in here now, but I can field kill them, so it's fine.
There they are.
I can feel the power coursing through me.
Oh, I think she just got Omni Repel, or whatever that's called. Omni Counter, that's it. So yeah, I have 2 free inheritance slots. I no longer need to use these skills.
Alright.
Man, may as well double up on Pierce boosters.
Right there.
Aha! There is a Faith White in here!
Keep the pressure on.
Oh, it's not even... Oh, it is field killable. Great. Okay, Galaga just hadn't analyzed it yet. So, goodbye. Okay, you know what? I actually think next part I am gonna force feed Basilio jeweled roots so I can get him Royal Berserker. It just feels unfair. Also, holy crap, this floor is still the same. But now I can field kill the Faith White as well, so everything in here is gonna be just giving me a bunch of Tycoon money. So that's like almost 40,000 money. Oh, I realized just too late that that was a purple Imatech, and would have dropped Hero's Jeweled Root, but that's fine. And once again, there's a human where the boss used to be, but I don't care. And here we are. This one!
What now?
So, in terms of my party, I want Juna here. You absolutely have to have a masked dancer, preferably a royal one, because they can use Hellfire Dance for less turns. I don't want to be exploiting the Hellfire Dance weakness, though. And I will be bringing also Heismay. And in terms of the last character, I may as well use Hulkenberg, but it doesn't really matter who it is. Actually, you know what? I'll probably bring Basilio just to have Deadly Eraser. Just for, like, a strong finishing blow after most of this is over, because... So somebody needs to take the shoes that boing fire. And that somebody, I think, will be Will. Crimson Split Shoes. This is why I specifically made the boing fire version. Next, we need as many people to have Makarakan as possible. So... I need rank 20 Faker. Excuse me for a moment while I break into my jeweled root source.
My power swells.
And there we go. If you have access to Fire Dodge, you may want to inherit that. Oh, Heismay does pick up a lot of dodge passives from all of the archetypes that he has to go through. Even though I won't actually be using this fight, I should inherit Critical Trade for later. Juna has Makarakan, and instead of Debilitate, I actually want the 2-stack defense debuff. And it doesn't really matter what everyone else has. In terms of equipment, though, okay, this is kind of why I wanted maybe Hulkenberg, but, okay. So, you want as much charm protection as possible. Or, like, mental ailment protection. So, Heismay has charm protection, and he's my fastest, so that's good. Somebody needs to have the Narcissus Brooch, and I think that will be Juna. So, you're both immune to charm. You guys are not. You could also have fast recovery, like with Hulkenberg. But that will mean that I have to not have Basilio in the... I want to use Basilio, but also maybe Will is enough for, like, a finishing blow. I am a little scared of that charm. Maybe I should bring Hulkenberg. Because, yeah, if she gets charmed, she'll instantly snap out of it. I have a lot more thoughts on dragons, but I might not get a chance to say all of them, because I have to really talk about the strategy for this fight, because it's very funny. So the way this boss works is that at the start, like, it has a timer. When that timer goes down to 0, it will use a charm skill on the whole party, and in the next turn, it will use an attack that deals guaranteed 9,999 fire damage. You are very much expected to have done the previous 2 Trials of the Dragon and have 3 fire immune equipment pieces.
Ye band of heroic posers.
Also, and then you'll have 1 more if you make the Crimson Split Shoes of the Church. That line is incredible. Yeah, heroic posers.
Hey!
Are these dragons like the Horsemen of the Apocalypse? Because we had Pestilence.
I expected worse.
Suppose this one is war if it's just burning down things with fire.
Make an attempt.
Take care of it, please.
It's like, I love how, like, that line almost sounds like Stroll is just shoving Will forward and saying, you deal with this one.
I'm heading out.
But here we go.
It's so intense. I'm burning up even from here. Can we beat this thing?
The Devourer of Flames looks insanely awesome. Definitely one of the coolest looking, not just designs from this game, but that Atlas has put out, like, entirely. It drains fire, but every other element is fine. But like I said, it operates on this cycle of using that Mega Fire attack every few turns. And I wanted to do that, because I am going to start by setting up Makaracans. So, Will had the fire buoying shoes, right? I'm pretty sure he did. So let's start by buoying fire and firing yourself. So Makarakan goes up. Juna uses Hellfire Dance, turning its fire affinity from Drain into Weakness. Meanwhile, Will is going to use one of my Makarakan foods, the Adamantine Honey Cake. So let's put this up on, I believe, Hulkenberg needs this. Yeah, Heismei's going next, so I'm going to go here and then have Heismei set up Makarakan on... Who is not? It's Juna that needs the Makarakan now, I'm pretty sure. So we put the Makarakan on Juna. So now 3 of us have Makarakans, and the other one buoys fire. It's using Great Dragon's Wrath, but I don't care, because it's mostly using physical right now. I believe Fire Claw... Oh no, Fire Claw is fire element, okay. Well, we confirmed that Will had the buoying fire, but now its fire affinity is back, so I have to Hellfire Dance again. But at least it didn't consume any of our Makarakans. So it has +3 attack, but I don't really care about that right now.
Let's go.
I mean, I probably should just go for... I think I'll go for super buffing Will, just that he can go in for the finishing blow when I need it. Hulkenberg can... I guess let's just put a debuff on it from the back row.
You think yourself equal to a UG
let's not consume that weakness just yet. Let's instead, I mean, I may as well just use these Amnesty Talismans to make it waste its turns reapplying the buff. Yeah, it'll always reapply it if it can. And Bone Claw Slash is totally fine. Bone Claw Slash again is also totally fine. Fire Claw is totally, yep, even better than fine. But I need to remember, I need to also put the Hellfire Dance back up. Charge Will. Defense down again. And there's the Talisman again. So are we gonna do the thing yet? Great Dragon's Wrath, could you please do the thing? Fire Claw. Okay, I need to reset up Makarakan on Heismei, good to know. And I also need to reset up Hellfire Dance. I mean, okay, to be fair, I'm probably wasting a lot of MP here. It doesn't actually, like, you'll know when it's about to do the thing. Because it's the turn after it uses the charm.
Take it. Much thanks. Is everyone alright?
Apparently Hulkenberg doesn't have a Makarakan right now. So I'll set that up. Here it is, Bewitching Blaze. So that's Charm. And that's totally fine because Hulkenberg's going to recover from that immediately. And now it does a massive debuff attack. So, now it's about to do the thing. So, we want to make sure we have a few things. One, everybody is Makara-Khan'd, and I don't think Heisme is, it looks like, but you two are. So I'll need to Makara-Khan Heisme. 2, make sure that its fire resistance is gone. And 3, if you want to, for good measure, make sure it's fully defense debuffed. Because, yeah, I'll throw in... I mean, I don't... Oh, wait, I don't really... Like, it's gonna do... Like, this attack does fixed damage anyway, so it being attack buffed is, like, fine. But you need to Makara-Khan yourself. And I guess I can get rid of all of my debuffs, though I don't really need to.
I'll go with this.
So, now I'm going to reveal the actual name of this challenge. Great Dragon's Wrath, that's fine. Burn down. Yeah! This challenge is Trail of the Dragon, stop hitting yourself. I don't know if the developers expected you to do that, but it's really funny. And yeah, I was too cavalier with the fire removal. You only need to use that on the turn after it uses Bewitching Blaze.
I feel stronger.
But yeah, that was a dragon fight. I'm wondering if I should just redo that fight and not do the silly strat, because the silly strat is, well, it's very silly, but it's amazing.
Incredible.
Yes, you have truly demonstrated the qualities of a hero. The power to have Katharina take out a third of the dragon for you. Break the game with Peerless Stonecleaver, and have the boss boing its own 99999 damage back in its own face. But yeah, we get the last in the set, the Cardinal Dragon Armor.
All right. Ahem.
And we're actually not done with the fire enemies yet. The next fight is gonna use a lot of fire, so this equipment is gonna be pretty good.
Hark, ye band of heroic posers.
Oh, there's that line again.
What the?
So, there's a reason there were 3 towers in this world that all look suspiciously similar, and all, if you look at the map, 4 big triangle.
Wait.
They were all one big seal for our final forbidden power. That's why I said we needed to leave one more day. Everything points to the Dragon Temple.
Yes.
And that just so happens to have the enemy that drops the Emperor Mask, so that works out doubly for me. So yeah, now we unlock the final quest. Trial of the Dragon, Essence of Power. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's like one big magma crystal.
Oh, the anticipation.
Oh, don't worry, we will definitely show up for that one. And no silly strats for that next fight. Well, besides using Warlord, because Warlord is definitely allowed for that.
But
So yeah, this is why I said that, like, this character is very interesting to me despite not getting a lot of screen time. So she is almost 800 years old.
Wonderful.
And even the mysterious voice approves.
Thou must not fail.
I want to say... all good.
That's right.
I'll return to the entrance, but, yeah, maybe we can show a take of that fight where I don't use the silly strat. So if we're going for a less silly take of this fight, let's start by using a group concentrate. And activating the Dynast formation.
It's okay.
Yes, I am saying this is the less cheesy way to do this. Because, yeah, it's totally fine if you inflict buffs and debuffs on this thing. So let's go for... I don't think I want to go for Wild Ball, though. I want to go for... No, let's charge... No. Wanton Destruction first, then Charge, and then Wanton Destruction again. And then we get the Charge version with the weakness. Wasn't going for the Wild Ball because it was going to Great Dragon's Wrath anyway. So, Basilio has the fire immunity, and I believe... Yeah, there we go. So that gets blocked. And now, we can, with a charge, hit it with, as much as I really like to go for the Dragon God, I would need to remove its fire immunity to do that. And let's have Stroll... I mean, Stroll can charge, but, like, it's not really going to do a lot of damage because he's not in, like, an offensive class now. But I can use Imposing Aura, at least. That was still over 1,000 damage. That's impressive. Okay, hit you, and I'm feeling... Oh, wait, no, I'm supposed to charge Basilio. Charge you. And I'm feeling so confident that I'm going to leave it with its attack buff. Because, yeah, it's going to lose its whole turn to the Fire Boying Shoes. So, yeah, this isn't even really, like, all that hard if you have the Fire Boying Shoes. So, like, the silly strat is not, like, entirely necessary to use, but I like it because it's fun. Okay, Dynast formation back up again. Okay, Yufa is... Yufa is currently on fire, but I can Wanton Destruction you. Okay. I mean, I can probably just keep piling on the damage here, even though it's on fire. Not resistant to this, I believe, so we can do that. Oh yeah, that is supposed to be stronger from the front row. I guess I can try that out next turn. Okay, there's the Bewitching Blades. Who's getting charmed today? Everybody except Will. Okay, then.
I feel so heavy.
Flame Spire of Ruin. Well, at least that gets rid of your turn. That's a problem. Oh, you can buff the enemy with Charm. But now I can just go for the Cody Stew. Which I don't really have the ingredients to make right now because I don't have enough salt. But yeah. Now everyone is no longer simping for a dragon. And boom, and you know what? Summon Fury. Let's see if Shiva can deal with this. So yeah, I'm strong enough that even without the silly strat, I can handle this pretty much fine. Though having the Fire Repel Shoes helps a lot. And it's gone. So I'll see you back in the canon timeline, because yes, the Stop Hitting Yourself version was the canon timeline. When our fight against dragons over, let's return. I mean, I could talk about, like, a lot of the different dragons that have leapt out to me in fiction. The first one that came to mind was Mushu from Mulan. I think he's pretty good. But I really like, I remember really liking Spike in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Honestly, I relate to him a lot. I related to him a lot back in the day. I don't think I relate to him as much now, because I used to have major self-esteem issues, and I think I'm getting a lot better about that at this point in my life. But I related to that guy a lot. I generally do think, I was glad when the show stopped horribly abusing him, like just treating him as like Yosuke from Persona 4 and just having everything go horribly for him, and that's supposed to be funny. That happened around Season 6. Gauntlet of... Even if you don't... Seriously, even if you don't watch My Little Pony, watch Gauntlet of Fire. Gauntlet of Fire is a fantastic episode, and that's the moment where the writers were like, let's actually treat Spike seriously, and then they realized, oh, he's actually a pretty good character if you do that. And then, of course, there's all the dragons in Fire Emblem. I still have my frustrations with the way they were handled in Three Houses. I still really don't like Dragon Degeneration as a plot point, even though I've seen entire video essays praising Dragon Degeneration as a concept. And also, of course, Dragon-type Pokemon. Of them, my favorite is probably Salamence. I just like Salamence in concept. It can do physical and special, which is kind of nice. It can learn Hydro Pump by breeding, which is fun. Not a lot of non-water types learn Hydro Pump, so the ones that do are kind of special to me. And I also love its story arc of Bagon, like, having no wings and wanting to fly, and then it finally evolving and actually becoming a super awesome, powerful dragon that can fly. Which is also what happened with Spike and My Little Pony, so now I know what I'm naming my next elements. So, yeah, that was kind of a packed video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again next time for the end of the trials.